Hello friends, welcome to Vijay Mohan IAS Academy, and this is Vijay Mohan. Hope everyone is preparing well for the upcoming examinations. And as you know that this is the APPSC Group 2 Mains Paper 2, that is economy related video series. In the previous three videos, I had a discussion about the chapter-wise approach to AP economy, and I had a discussion. I discussed about the chapter 4 of the AP economy, and in the previous video, I briefly discussed about the first part of chapter 5, that is, what do you say, agriculture and allied sectors. If you have not seen the previous videos, please go and watch the previous videos. Then you will get some idea about the approach to AP economy. In this particular video, I'll be discussing about the remaining part, that is industry and services sector of the chapter 5 of AP economy, right? So basically, chapter 5 of AP economy deals with the agriculture and allied sectors and industry sector and services sector. So briefly, I'm giving you what are the areas that you need to focus and how to approach those areas, and what are the areas that you can expect questions. And I will also discuss about some of the previous year questions from these particular aspects. So I am not giving you entire what do you say concepts or entire data. I'm just giving you brief. This is chapter wise approach. So ఇది కేవలం చాప్టర్ వైజ్ అప్రోచ్ మాత్రమే. ప్రీవియస్ వీడియోస్ లో నేను చాప్టర్ 4 కి సంబంధించిన చాప్టర్ వైజ్ అప్రోచ్, అట్లాగే చాప్టర్ 5 కి సంబంధించి ఫస్ట్ పార్ట్ అగ్రికల్చర్ కి సంబంధించిన అప్రోచ్ కూడా చెప్పడం జరిగింది. ఇన్ దిస్ వీడియో, అంటే ఈ వీడియోలో ఇండస్ట్రియల్ సెక్టర్ అండ్ సర్వీసెస్ సెక్టర్ కి సంబంధించి, వాటితో పాటు ఇంకా గవర్నెన్స్ రిఫార్మ్స్ సంబంధించి, అదేవిధంగా వెల్ఫేర్ స్కీమ్స్ అండ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ కి సంబంధించి ఏ ఏరియాస్ మీద ఫోకస్ చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది, రైట్? అండ్ ఏ ఏరియాస్ నుంచి క్వశ్చన్స్ ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేయొచ్చు అనేది then we will see, right? So without any further delay, just see. So this is the 5th chapter, and agriculture and allied sector I finished in the previous video. Now we will see remaining areas. Sorry. Yes. So first of all, what are the issues that we need to concentrate as far as remaining areas are concerned? First one is industrial sector, second one is services sector, and we should not stop here, as syllabus only mentioned industrial sector and services sector. So syllabus lo only industrial sector and services sector undi kada ani cheppi akkadiki aapeyalsina avasaram ledu, and aapeyalsina, and examiner is having a liberty to ask anywhere, right? Anywhere from AP economy. So basically, if you observe the previous year questions, observe chese there are many questions, or there were many questions from governance reforms or governance related schemes and programs, and sustainable development goals efforts related questions, and welfare programs. So basically, this government is focusing more on human capital development. సో కాబట్టి ఈ వెల్ఫేర్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ కి సంబంధించిన క్వశ్చన్స్ ఎక్కువగా అడగడానికి అవకాశం ఉంది. ఈవెన్ ఇఫ్ యూ సీ లాస్ట్ 3 or 4 years ఎగ్జామినేషన్స్, యూ అబ్జర్వ్ దట్ దేర్ ఆర్ మెనీ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఫ్రమ్ వెల్ఫేర్ రిలేటెడ్ స్కీమ్స్ ఆర్ వెల్ఫేర్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్. కాబట్టి ఈ వెల్ఫేర్ రిలేటెడ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్, వెల్ఫేర్ స్కీమ్ కి సంబంధించి మీరు సిలబస్ లో మెన్షన్ చేయలేదు కదా అని చెప్పేసి వీ షుడ్ నాట్ లీవ్ ఇట్, రైట్? సో ఇండస్ట్రియల్ సెక్టర్ అండ్ సర్వీసెస్ సెక్టర్ తో పాటు గవర్నెన్స్ రిఫార్మ్స్, ఎస్డిజి ఎఫర్ట్స్ అండ్ వెల్ఫేర్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ కూడా we need to observe, right? Now if you see industrial sector, what are the areas that you need to focus on industrial sector? Growth and structure of industries. And this aspect I already discussed, and the growth and structure of industries gurinchi nenu chapter 4 lo already చెప్పేస్తున్నాను. So you just go through the previous video related to chapter 4, right? And particularly in just to remind you, what is the growth rate in this particular subtopic, we need to discuss what is the growth rate of industries, or we need to concentrate on what is the growth rate of industries in the previous 4 or 5 years. How much industry is contributing to the total GVA of state? What are the areas of aberration, means highest growth rate or lowest growth rate, right? So ఈ aspect లో మనం చదవాల్సి ఉంటుంది అన్నమాట. At the same time, and the next one is recent AP industrial development policy. So recent ga AP government, it has announced industrial development policy of 2023 to 2027, right? So ఈ particular industrial development policy, it is going to be very, very important, and you need to focus. So what are the issues that you need to focus on that particular policy? Is that what are the features of that policy, right? A policy law on features enti, what is the mission of that policy, right? What is the vision statement of that policy? What are the objectives of that policy? I'll show you one practice question based on the industrial development policy. So అదేవిధంగా what are the types of incentives that the policy is portraying? అంటే policy ఏ incentives ఇవ్వాలనుకుంటుంది? Tax related incentives, land related incentives, infrastructure related incentives, section wise vulnerable section related incentives, ఇట్లా ఏ విధమైన ఇన్సెంటివ్స్ ఇవ్వాలనుకుంటుందని కూడా ఒకసారి చూసుకోవాలి. ఎందుకంటే there is a possibility that examiner might directly ask, and you can see if you observe the previous year questions, that there was incidents where examiner has directly picked up questions from industrial development policy, right? So the industrial development policy is very important for the upcoming examination. So this industrial development policy is very, very, very important for the upcoming examination, right? Okay. Next, apart from that, AP government is focusing more on single window clearance mechanism, and they want to give the clearances related to industry within how many days? 21 days. So 21 days lopu industries ki sambandhinchina anni clearances ivalani they have targeted it, and sorry, and there was a stress on not only giving permissions but also hand holding and grievance redressal related to industries. So industries ki sambandhinchi they are giving support from inception to commercialization, ante incubation nunchi idea nunchi incubation nunchi testing nunchi at the same time patent filing nunchi at the same time commercialization, ఈ life cycle undi kada, industrial life cycle, ఈ life cycle మొత్తం the government wants to support the industries, right? So దీనికోసమే ఇంకొక స్కీమ్ ఏంటంటే వైఎస్ఆర్ AP1, where it is acting as one stop solution to the industrial, to the establishment of industries. So ivi kuda chala important exam point of view. So just go through these mechanisms. These are all available in the AP socio-economic survey, right? So this one, and then you need to, yeah, another important aspect that you need to observe in this particular chapter is industrial incentives. What type of the industrial incentives that AP government is providing? As I already told you, capital investment related incentives, tax related incentives, land related incentives, power related incentives, right? Infrastructure related incentives. And you just observe some of the apex bodies. State Investment Promotion Board. State Investment Promotion Board. The State Investment Promotion Board is chaired by whom? None other than Chief Minister. And this has been constituted to give permission to mega industries on case-to-case basis. So these type of issues that you need to focus. For instance, they might ask tomorrow there will be a question on that State Investment Promotion Board is what do you say, chaired by A, Finance Minister, B, Chief Minister, C, Revenue Minister, D, Industries Minister, right? So in this way you need to think that while studying any aspect, you need to think that how much this issue is having potential to get question in the question paper. So ఈ ఆస్పెక్ట్ నుంచి క్వశ్చన్ అడగడానికి స్కోప్ ఉందా? ఒకవేళ స్కోప్ ఉంటే ఎలాంటి క్వశ్చన్ అడగొచ్చు, ఎలా ట్విస్ట్ చేసి అడగొచ్చు, డైరెక్ట్ గా అడిగితే ఎలా అడగొచ్చు, దీని రిలేటెడ్ ఒకవేళ ఫ్యాక్ట్స్ అడిగితే ఫ్యాక్ట్స్ ఏ విధంగా అడగొచ్చు. సో ఇలా ఉంటుంది అనమాట. అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం just see MSMEs. MSMEs gurinchi kuda it was given in the AP socio-economic survey. What is the potential of the MSMEs? What is the contribution of MSMEs for exports? What is the contribution of MSMEs for GVA? What is the contribution of MSMEs for manufacturing sector? What are the number of MSMEs that was established in the previous year? And what are the schemes and importance, and what are the schemes related to MSMEs? So ee vidhanga ee aspects lo meeru focus cheyalsi untundi MSMEs ki sambandhinchi, right? And then what are the industrial corridors? It was mentioned in the syllabus, and the industrial corridors issues and facts were clearly mentioned in the AP socio-economic survey. And there was in the recently concluded APPSC Group 1 examination mains, there was a question on VCIC, Vishaka Chennai Industrial Corridor. And the 3 industrial corridors that are passing through Andhra Pradesh, and VCIC, Vishaka Chennai Industrial Corridor, Chennai Bangalore Industrial Corridor, Hyderabad Bangalore Industrial Corridor. ఈ 3 corridors లో ఈ 3 corridors ఏపీ నుంచి పాస్ అవుతున్నాయి. వీటిలో సెలెక్ట్ అయిన నోడ్స్ ఏంటి, ఏ నోడ్స్ వీటిలో సెలెక్ట్ అయ్యాయి, ఎన్ని నోడ్స్ ఉన్నాయి, ఏ ఇండస్ట్రియల్ కారిడార్స్ ఏపీలో సెలెక్ట్ డెవలప్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది యాజ్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ PCIC, CBIC, HPIC, and what is the potential of investment, what is their potential of employment creation, what is their potential of adding GDP. For example, VCIC is having the potential to add 6% of nation's 6% of GDP of the areas where it is passing through, and VCIC is part of the East Coast Economic Corridor. So ఇలాంటి ఆస్పెక్ట్స్ మీరు ఎక్కువగా ఫోకస్ చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది అనమాట, రైట్. సో ఇంకొక విషయం ఏంటంటే, as far as group 2 is concerned, there is going to be a stress, especially in AP economy, there is going to be a stress on facts as well as analysis. So facts ఉంటుంది questions లో, analysis కూడా scope ఉంటుంది అనమాట, right. Now we will see some of the previous year questions related to industrial sector. Andhra Pradesh is the sole producer of, this was asked in the APPSC group 1, I think, right. Andhra Pradesh is the sole producer of appetite, right. And then just see another question. Yeah, here you see, I already told you that the Vizag Chennai Industrial Corridor is a key part of. Yeah, the answer is all of these. I don't know what are the remaining options, but there was the importance of this aspect is that I want to show you that Vizag, the industrial corridors are very, very important for the upcoming group 2 examination, right. And one more thing, SEDS. So out of 19 operational SEDS in Andhra Pradesh, how many special economic zones? There are 19 operational special economic zones. What are the number of pharmaceutical special economic zones in Andhra Pradesh? So in 19 operational SEDS lo different types of special economic zones ఉన్నాయి. Pharmaceutical special economic zones, textiles special economic zones, electronic related special economic zones. So వీటి number కూడా ఒకసారి చూసుకోండి. That is why I'm telling you that there will be a focus on facts also, right. Now just see another question. As part of industrial policy, it was based on the previous industrial policy. As part of the new industrial policy 2020-2023 of Andhra Pradesh, how many skill development centers are to be set up to make skilled labor available? So any skill development centers establish cheyalanuntunnaru. See, right. Next, just see the another previous question. The industry sector excluding IT and ITES of Andhra Pradesh has contributed for how much percentage of SDGP during 1920? So 1920 lo industry sector nunchi contribution anta, removing IT and ITES sector, right. Sectoral contribution nunchi kuda question adagam jarigindi. Sorry. Now we will see briefly about the services sector. What are the areas that you need to focus? Structure and growth of services sector. For this aspect, you just please refer to the previous video related to chapter 4, right. There I have explained it quite elaborately. And IT, information technology and electronics and communications in Andhra Pradesh. సో ఈ ఆస్పెక్ట్ కి సంబంధించినంత వరకు మనం ఫోకస్ చేయాల్సిన ఇష్యూస్ ఏంటంటే, పాలసీస్ మీద ఫోకస్ చేయాలి. అంటే ఐటీకి సంబంధించి, ఎలక్ట్రానిక్స్ సంబంధించి పాలసీస్ ఏమున్నాయి, అట్లాగే ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్స్ మీద ఫోకస్ చేయాలి. వాట్ ఆర్ ద ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్స్ దట్ ఆర్ అవైలబుల్ టు సపోర్ట్ ది ఐటీ అండ్ ఎలక్ట్రానిక్స్ సెక్టర్ in the Andhra Pradesh, and also the infrastructure related to IT and communication, the infrastructure related to IT and communications, IT, electronics and communications sector, right. And apart from this, you have to concentrate on investment and other service sectors. We will see one by one. First, we will just go through policies. So policies paranga మీరు IT and electronics కి సంబంధించి ఏపీలో IT పాలసీ ఏంటి, what is the what are the features of IT policy, what are the same again mission and vision statement of the IT policy, what are the objectives of IT policy, what are the aims of IT policy, right. And what is the what are the features and same vision and mission statement of electronic policy లో ఉన్న ఇన్సెంటివ్స్ ఏంటి, విజన్ ఏంటి, మిషన్ ఏంటి అండ్ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్స్ ఏంటి. అట్లాగే ఏపీ సైబర్ సెక్యూరిటీ పాలసీలో ఉన్న ఇష్యూస్ ఏంటి. సో పాలసీస్ ఈ ఐటీ అండ్ ఎలక్ట్రానిక్స్ సంబంధించి ఏవైనా పాలసీస్ ఉంటే వాటన్నిటిని మీరు థరోగా ప్రిపేర్ అవ్వాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంది. అండ్ వాట్ అబౌట్ ద ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్? సో వాట్ ఆర్ ద ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్స్ దట్ వర్ బీయింగ్ ఎస్టాబ్లిష్డ్ బై ఆంధ్ర ప్రదేశ్ to give impetus to the IT and electronics. There are 4 important institutions: AP Electronics and Information Technology Agency, AP Innovation Society, AP Information Technology Academy, and AP Space Application Center. 4 of them, these have been in detail discussed in the AP Socio-Economic Survey. వాటి అబ్జెక్టివ్స్ ఏంటి, అవి ఎక్కడ, వాటి ఫంక్షన్స్ ఏంటి, వాటి రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీస్ అని ఏంటి అనేది నీట్ గా డిస్కస్ చేయడం జరిగింది. సో టుమారో దేర్ మై బి a direct question about the AP Innovation Society. Just identify the true statements, true statements related to the AP Innovation Society. Statement A, statement B. Only one is correct. A and B are correct. Only B is correct. Neither of them are correct. Right? So same is the situation with AP Space Applications Center. So these are the institutions which are established to support the IT electronics industries or IT electronic landscape in the AP economy. Right? వీటితో పాటుగా ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్, IT అండ్ ఎలక్ట్రానిక్ సెక్టార్ కి సంబంధించి ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ ఏమేమి ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేయడం జరిగింది. IT పార్క్స్ అండ్ IT కాన్సెప్ట్ సిటీస్, రైట్, ESDM పార్క్స్ అండ్ YSR ఎలక్ట్రానిక్ మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్ క్లస్టర్స్, రైట్, అండ్ గవర్నెన్స్ ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్. సో IT పార్క్స్ ఎక్కడెక్కడ ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేయడం జరిగింది, IT కాన్సెప్ట్ సిటీస్ ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాయి, YSR EMC క్లస్టర్స్ ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాయి, రైట్. వీటితో పాటు గవర్నెన్స్ ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ అంటే గవర్నెన్స్ కి సంబంధించి టు ఇంప్రూవ్ ది గవర్నెన్స్, వాట్ ఆర్ ద అప్లికేషన్స్, IT applications that AP government has introduced. For example, Umang app and electronic e-Pragati agency app, real time, right, governance system. So seed AP, open government data, facial recognition system. So ila రెవల్యూషనరీ అప్లికేషన్స్ కానీ లేదంటే గవర్నెన్స్ ల్యాండ్స్కేప్ ని ఇంప్రూవ్ చేయడానికి ఏదైనా అప్లికేషన్స్ ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేసింటే ఆ అప్లికేషన్స్ నుంచి కూడా క్వశ్చన్స్ అడగడం జరిగింది. If you see the previous questions, then you will observe that you will find out that there are questions from e-Pragati authority, right? So these are the areas that you need to focus as far as this aspect is concerned. And then communication network, communication infrastructure emundi AP lo, AP SDWAN, AP scan, AP state data center. So basically they are providing for the statewide communication. So these are the communication infrastructure in the AP state. Sometimes there might be a possibility that they will ask direct question from the communication infrastructure, right? Din tarvata, after this you need to focus on investment. Why? Because recently there was a global investor summit which is happened in Vizag, and government has given a very prominent place for the investment summit, and it was mentioned that there are I think 378 మెమరాండమ్ ఆఫ్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్స్, రైట్. సో మీరు ఈ ఆస్పెక్ట్ ని చూసుకోండి, ఎన్ని మెమరాండమ్ ఆఫ్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్స్ ని చేయడం జరిగింది, పొటెన్షియల్ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ ప్రామిస్డ్ ఎంత, అండ్ పొటెన్షియల్ ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ జనరేషన్ ప్రామిస్ ఎంత, అండ్ గ్రౌండెడ్ NII. I think recently there was a news in the there was a news article in one newspaper, I think. It says that the grounding percentage is 29%. So 29% వరకు ఇండస్ట్రియల్ ఆపరేషన్స్ స్టార్ట్ అయ్యాయి ఈ MOU లో, టోటల్ MOUs లో అని ఒక రిపోర్ట్ అడగలింది. ఐ డోంట్ నో ది ఎగ్జాక్ట్ ఆస్పెక్ట్, రైట్. సో ఇది కూడా ఒకసారి మీరు యూ హ్యావ్ టు just go through this aspect, right? And apart from the service sector which was mentioned in the syllabus, there is a possibility that they might ask questions from the other sectors also. It doesn't you cannot skip it, right? You cannot say that the ports and airports were not mentioned or tourism is not mentioned in the syllabus, right? So other important service sectors is ports, airports, tourism sector, real estate sector, right? And for example, the AP government has given very much importance for the port-led development and airports. And there was, in the recently concluded APPSC Group 1 Mains 2023 examination, there were 2 questions, one on ports and one on airports directly, right? And tourism sector has been quite elaborately explained in the AP socio-economic survey. So ఈ aspects ని కూడా చూసుకోండి, especially ports and airports నుంచి definitely there are going to be some questions, right? ఇంకా then governance reforms. So governance reforms ki AP government has given a big scope. if you read the AP socioeconomic survey, then there was one separate chapter related to governance reforms. So governance reforms సంబంధించి ఒక separate chapter ని ఇవ్వడం జరిగింది AP socioeconomic survey. ఈ governance అంతేకాకుండా recently concluded APPSC Group 1 mains examination లో there was essay question related to గ్రామ వార్డ్ వాలంటీర్స్ అండ్ విలేజ్ వార్డ్ సెక్రటేరియట్స్. దీని గురించి ఒక ఎస్ఏ క్వశ్చన్ కూడా అడగడం జరిగింది, రైట్? సో ఈ గవర్నెన్స్ రిఫార్మ్స్ కి సంబంధించి మనం ఫోకస్ చేయాల్సిన ఏరియాస్ ఏంటంటే గ్రామ ఆర్ వార్డ్ వాలంటీర్స్ ఆర్ విలేజ్ వార్డ్ సెక్రటేరియట్స్ అండ్ విలేజ్ వార్డ్ సెక్రటేరియట్స్ అండ్ ఏపీ సేవా స్పందన ప్రోగ్రామ్ which is a grievance redressal program, district restructuring when it was announced, what is the new number of districts, right? And what are the municipal corporations as of now, and what are the revenue divisions in the AP, right? What is the number of municipalities, right? Then Raitu Bharosa Kendras, what are the functions and responsibilities of Raitu Bharosa Kendras, right? How they are acting as the one stop solution to the farmers. And YSR Jagananna Shashwata Bhu Hakku Mariyu Bhu Raksha Pathakam, what are the features of this program, what are the benefits that common man is going to get, how it is going to reduce the litigation. సో ఈ గవర్నెన్స్ రిఫార్మ్ కి సంబంధించి ఈ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్ ని మనం చూసుకోవాల్సి ఉంటుంది. అదేవిధంగా సస్టైనబుల్ డెవలప్మెంట్ గోల్స్ కి సంబంధించి ఏపీ గవర్నమెంట్ ఏం ఎఫర్ట్స్ పెడుతుంది, అండ్ సస్టైనబుల్ డెవలప్మెంట్ గోల్స్ ని ఎలా కనెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటుంది పాలసీస్ అండ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ కి, right? And what are the efforts that it has been doing to achieve the sustainable development goals. This aspect is also very important from examination point of view. Now we will see some of the previous year questions. The percentage contribution of services sector in total GVA of Andhra Pradesh at current prices in 21-22. So services sector percentage contribution to total GVA enta undi, sectoral contribution, right? Next. Yeah, here this you see the application. D-Krishi, a unique application of Andhra Pradesh, has received CSI Nihilist Best E-Governance Award during 17-18 is used by who are the beneficiaries? It is not focusing on features, it is focusing on who are the beneficiaries of this particular application. And one more governance related thing, comprehensive financial management system is said to have adversely affected which one? Autonomy of civic bodies. So it has reduced the discretionary power and autonomy of the civic bodies, right? So just observe that there is more focus on governance related issues also, right? When was the Andhra Pradesh government issued an official gazette notification carving out 13 new districts under the AP Districts Formation Act section 3(5). So kotta districts eppudu date adigaru, when it has been, the gazette has been issued, the gazette notification has been issued. So it's a purely fact based question, right? Just yeah, remaining aspects that you need to observe or you need to focus on is welfare programs. As I already told you that there was much focus on welfare programs and human capital development, right? And what are the areas you need to, ante meeru welfare programs చదివేటప్పుడు కూడా అన్ని ఒక గంపగుత్తగా చదవాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. You have to be in rate them in an organized way, ఒక ఆర్గనైజ్డ్ వేలో చదవాల్సి ఉంటుంది అనమాట. అంటే వెల్ఫేర్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ కూడా ఒక ప్రయారిటీ ఇచ్చుకుంటూ ఒక ప్రయారిటీ బేసిస్ మీద చదవండి. అంటే ఎడ్యుకేషన్ కి సంబంధించి వెల్ఫేర్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ఏమున్నాయి, స్కీమ్స్ ఏమున్నాయి, హెల్త్ కి సంబంధించిన స్కీమ్స్, ఉమెన్ ఎంపవర్మెంట్ కి సంబంధించిన మిగతావి ఇలా అనమాట. ఇండస్ట్రీకి సంబంధించి, సర్వీసెస్ సెక్టర్ సంబంధించి అండ్ అదర్ సెక్టర్స్. సో మెయిన్లీ జస్ట్ ఫోకస్ ఆన్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ రిలేటెడ్ స్కీమ్స్, హెల్త్ రిలేటెడ్ స్కీమ్స్, women empowerment related schemes, industry related schemes, services related schemes, and and any other schemes which are there. Mostly focus on the AP socio-economic survey and Navaratnalu schemes, right? Just see previous year questions. Through which of the following program the government of Andhra Pradesh has been upgrading the school infrastructure, education related program, right? Next. Under YSR Cheyuta scheme launched by Andhra Pradesh government in August 2022, how much of financial help are provided to women over 4 years who are in the age group of 45 years to 60 years? So ఇక్కడ ఇంకో విషయం మీరు వెల్ఫేర్ స్కీమ్స్ చదివేటప్పుడు గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాల్సిన విషయం ఏమంటే, వెల్ఫేర్ స్కీమ్ గురించి జస్ట్ ట్రై టు అండర్స్టాండ్ ఇట్ ఇన్ ఏ కాంప్రహెన్సివ్ వే. అంటే వెల్ఫేర్ స్కీమ్ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ ఏంటి, వెల్ఫేర్ స్కీమ్ బెనిఫిషరీస్ ఏంటి, వెల్ఫేర్ స్కీమ్ కి సంబంధించి ఇంక్లూజన్ క్రైటీరియా ఏంటి, ఎక్స్క్లూజన్ క్రైటీరియా ఏంటి, బెనిఫిట్ 1 ఇన్స్టాల్మెంట్ లో ఇస్తున్నారా, 2 ఇన్స్టాల్మెంట్ లో ఇస్తున్నారా, లేకపోతే 3-4 ఇన్స్టాల్మెంట్ లో ఇస్తున్నారా, రైట్. సో ఈ విధంగా మీరు ఒక కాంప్రహెన్సివ్ పిక్చర్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఫార్మ్. Otherwise, they are not directly asking. Sometimes they will twist the question. Yeah, just see another scheme. MDHS is acronym of e-governance initiative, which provided end-to-end solution to Dr. NTR Health University of Health Sciences, now changed to ISR, the first health university in India. What is the full form of MEDHAS? Medical Education and Health Administrative System. Right. So these kind of questions are also they are asking. So you need to have a comprehensive grasp on the scheme or schemes and programs. Okay. Now, based on our discussion, I am providing here some 3 practice questions. Let us see. I just wanted to show you that if they want to mix it up, if they want to make the questions difficult, they will frame the questions in the following way. Right. Just see, consider the following statements with respect to Andhra Pradesh Industrial Policy 2023-27. Statement A, one of the objectives of the policy is to place Andhra Pradesh among the top 5 states of India in terms of export performance in the country. Second statement is bringing women, minority and underprivileged segments to the forefront of the economic development process is one among the 9 pillars of accomplishment. So this AP industrial policy is focusing on some aspects, and the aspects are 9 pillars of accomplishment. They want to accomplish the 9 pillars, which is providing several incentives and benefits and hand-holding to the beneficiaries or the entrepreneurs, right? So in this 2 statements, the first statement is wrong, whereas second statement is correct. Why? Because one of the objectives of the policy is to place AP among top 3 states of India, not top 5 states. Right? Though, so answer is statement B only correct. Okay. So if he wants to twist the question, he is going to ask in this way. So you have to be very thorough what you are reading. It is not enough that you know the features of the AP industrial policy. You should know the nitty-gritties of the industrial policy. Then only you will be able to answer such type of questions, right? Sorry. The next question is, which one of the following is not the component of Manabadi Nadu Nedu program of Andhra Pradesh? Here it is not asking about what are the features of Manabadi Nadu Nedu scheme, when it has been started, what are the components of Nadu Nedu scheme. It is asking about what is not part of the components of Manabadi Nadu Nedu. Manabadi Nadu Nedu program is having total 9 components. If you know the total 9 components, then only you will be able to answer this question, right? Now, just see the options: toilets with running water, playground, green chalkboards, painting. Now, what is the answer? You know, the answer is playground. The component, this component was not mentioned in the Nadu Nedu program, right? And just see the final question. Consider the following statements with respect to Andhra Pradesh administrative units according to AP Socio-Economic Survey 2022-23. Total municipalities in Andhra Pradesh are 125. Total municipal corporations in Andhra Pradesh are 17. And total revenue divisions are 51. How many of the statements are true? So, so what are how many statements from the above 3 statements are true? He is asking. If you know about the 3 statements, then only you will be able to answer whether the first statement, second statement, and third statement is correct. And if you have the total information, then only it is possible to answer such type of questions. The answer here is that only 2 statements, only 2 statements are correct. First statement is wrong, right? Total municipal corporations in AP are 17 and total revenue divisions are 51. Total municipalities in AP are around 121, right? So these are the areas that, as far as the industrial sector and services sector is concerned, you need to focus on these subtopics, and you need to approach in this way. And you also need, not only read and not only concentrate on industry and services sector. Apart from that, you need to concentrate on other services aspects also, and also governance reforms related schemes, and also welfare related schemes also you need to focus, right? So in the next video, I'll be discussing about the Indian economy chapter wise approach. There are 3 chapters related to Indian economy: first one, second one, third one. So in the next videos, I'll be discussing about the remaining discussing about the Indian economy related 3 chapters, right? Thank you.